This is Hockey Talk on WNFL. Back to Jason Scott and Coach Pat from the Green Bay Gamblers.
And welcome back to our program. I'm Jason Ovick, joined by Scott Jewett every week, Tuesday night, 6 to 7 p.m. here on WNFL. This is Hockey Talk. We now have our guest on the line for tonight's program. He led the Gamblers with 66 points during the 2010 season en route to being named USHL Rookie of the Season. During that same year, he was named playoff MVP, helping the Gamblers capture the Clark Cup Championship. As a freshman at Notre Dame, he helped the Fighting Irish reach the NCAA Frozen Four. He went pro after his junior season, making his NHL debut on April 2nd, 2013 against the Winnipeg Jets, scoring his first goal on that same night. He is currently tied for third in goals in the NHL and second on the Islanders in points. Our guest tonight, former Green Bay Gambler forward and current New York Islanders forward, Anders Lee. Anders, appreciate your time tonight, and thank you for joining us on the program. Well, I got to say, one of my favorite memories, Anders, was we were playing in that playoff series against the Indiana Ice, and you came out at home. You scored 4 goals in the first period, and that place just erupted. So I got to ask you, what was your favorite moment here in Green Bay? I know there was a lot of them, even in that playoff series at the end of the year, going out to Fargo, scoring with less than 20 seconds left in the third overtime to bring it back to Green Bay. But what stands out for you?
Yeah, that game was pretty special. For whatever reason, every shot I took was going in. But I think that game 5 in the finals was definitely my top memory. I mean, we were down 0-2 in the series, kind of with no hope, kind of got stunned a little bit by Fargo, and then somehow made our way back to Green Bay after going to Fargo and winning 2. And it was just all the stars aligned in that series, and I think that game 5 was pretty special.
And Anders, it's funny when you say it seemed like everything's going in. Your transition to the NHL, it still seems like everything is going in. Can you talk about your transition to the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, in hockey, there's kind of stepping stones at every level, and Green Bay got me ready for Notre Dame, and Notre Dame got me ready for the pros. It's just kind of one of those things where you go through the process of trying to continue to get better and to challenge yourself, and thankfully for me at this level, it's continued to go well, and it doesn't go without ups and downs or good bounces and hard work and stuff like that. But it's just been a joy and a dream, and thankfully things have gone the right way.
Anders, one thing I like about you is you're very active in the community. Your Cancer Jam, I was just looking at the website. Phenomenal thing that you guys do there. You're raising over $100,000 this year, in total over $300 and some thousand for families that are battling with cancer. Just talk a little bit about that program. That's such a phenomenal thing that you're doing with your teammates out in New York. Yeah,
I mean, that for me, it kind of started with always wanting to get back to the community and trying to find an outlet and an avenue. And I think one of the things that always stuck out to me was our visits that we had on the island to the hospitals and seeing these kids and these families that are going through obviously such difficult times, and these kids that have tremendous amount of courage and they don't know anything but to fight what they're battling with in cancer. And so that really touched me and motivated me to get more involved, and was able to get in touch with Cancer Jam and really kind of start this little thing we got going. The tournament we play after one of the games where all my teammates show up and fans raise money to take part in the tournament, and it's grown quite a bit here. A guy on the Rangers, Kevin Shattenkirk and Zach Bogosian of the Buffalo Sabres are now doing them as well. So it's hopefully we can get it to grow a little bit more and continue to raise money for people in need and to help people out.
Well, and thank you for all your work outside of the rink. What an accomplishment with that. What are you looking forward to on the rink? What's your best thing to look forward to right now?
I think right now it's our the last basically just under 30 games. We have an opportunity to make a great push here, and we're in a playoff spot as of tonight. But our division in the Metropolitan is extremely tight, and the parity in the NHL is obviously top to bottom. It doesn't matter what night you play; it's going to be a tough game. So I think the next few months are going to be really exciting. That's what I'm looking forward to, is making this playoff push and getting our team back to the playoffs that we have been in the last few previous seasons, but obviously missed last year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Anders, you were a standout football player at Edina High School. You were a standout pitcher. What made you choose hockey when it was all said and done?
Thanks. I think for me, I just couldn't see myself giving up hockey. I mean, I love baseball. I love the slow pace of it, getting away from hockey and football. And then, football is just such a natural sport for me. Just kind of picked up the ball and ran type of thing. But hockey was always my true love and the one that I always worked so hard at. And once I had the opportunity to commit to play hockey at Notre Dame, that was by far heads and tails away of my best option. So that was an easy decision at that point.
You came through Green Bay with the likes of John Cooper. Do you guys stay in touch at all?
Yeah, Coop's great. I mean, the way he kind of keeps in contact with all the boys that he had, it's awesome. I see him on the road when we're in Tampa and sometimes after the game when they visit New York. So it's always good to catch up with him and say hello. And there's something about winning. So when you have a winning team that we had in Green Bay, it's that much easier to stay in contact with everyone. So a lot of friendships have maintained from that team, and that's what makes all that kind of stuff so special and those memories so fond.
Well, Anders, keep up the good work in the NHL with the New York Islanders. You have a big contingency of fans here in Green Bay rooting for you, so appreciate your time tonight.
No, thank you. I want to get back sometime. It's always tough. I mean, we're always so busy, but sometime I want to get back and see a game and see how everyone's doing. So I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Anders, appreciate your time.